So my name is Bernice Hemmings, and I am the founder of the New Agent Academy for Success. And my program is in place to train new real estate or agents who are really diving into their business at this point to lay the foundations for a successful business. And it is for teaching marketing and business strategies. And it is designed to really help you to be able to kick off and build a successful business on top of that. So that is my company. I'll be sharing, when I'm done, I'll be sharing some links in the description. So be sure to check me out. Check out my site, check out my Facebook page. I have several free opt-ins on my page for some free training that you can participate in. So we've had several more join us. I hope everybody can hear me. And we're going to be talking tonight about the Facebook posting strategy. Now, I want to make sure that you understand what we're not going to be talking about, because I want to make sure that you are here, you are understanding what we are going to be doing, and that you're not expecting something different. We are not going to be talking about Facebook ads. We are not going to be talking about spending money. Those are all viable options, but that is not what we're going to be talking about tonight. We're going to be talking about using things you can do every day and using a strategy to make sure you're more visible on Facebook, period. And those things will go a long way before you ever have to spend any money on leads or choose to spend any money on leads. And this is a great way to help to build your referral network and reach your sphere of influence by having a posting strategy on Facebook. Now, first of all, let's say we're going to be talking a little bit about two different things. You've got a personal page and you've got a business page. And your business page is the one that gets likes. Your personal page is the one that people have to friend you. Now, people, some experts would like to say business is business and personal is personal. But in reality, real estate is a very personal type business. And in the beginning, you do want to use your personal page for real estate, but limited. And we're going to talk about that. So it is definitely okay to do that. One thing I want to make sure you do, that you do have set up correctly in case if somebody shares your name or shares your Facebook page, your Facebook profile link with a friend and recommends you for a real estate transaction. If they click on your personal page and they're not your friend yet, you need to set your profile to not be totally private. Now, you can still keep your very personal stuff private, absolutely, but you need to have your intro and have an information about being a realtor. You need to link in your work history and where you work. You need to link that to your business page or your website, not your broker's website, but your personal website. So that when somebody goes to your page and they're not necessarily your friend yet, they can see that you sell real estate. Don't be a secret agent. Make sure that everybody knows what you do. So that's important. That is one thing that you want to make sure that you do. Now, as far as the posting strategy goes, you have to try to understand how Facebook works this. And everybody always talks about the Facebook algorithm. And the thing is we can never know exactly what Zuckerberg and Facebook is doing, but we can try to keep up as they constantly change. Now, just a little FYI, I have been in the online industry for 9 years. I had a very successful blog in the mom blog world that I recently sold. And so I'm very familiar with building followings on social media and used a lot of these strategies, maybe in different modified ways for years past. Things that used to work don't necessarily work anymore. So I am very familiar with this, this concept. So Facebook, we're going to talk about personal pages right now. Believe it or not, if you have 100 friends on Facebook, when you post little Susie's first haircut, it doesn't show to all 100 friends. As a matter of fact, if you haven't posted recently, it may not show to anybody, because Facebook wants to share stuff, wants to make stuff visible to people who are going to interact with it. And they're also going to share stuff that people have interacted with, or persons that people have interacted with. So I don't know if you've ever noticed that. I know that I'm not, personally right now, I'm not super active on Facebook. I'm kind of a stalker. I watch my adult children and my grandchildren on there, but I'm not necessarily posting. And when I do post, sometimes it's just crickets. And the reason is because I'm not posting regularly and I'm not interacting regularly. So Facebook is not putting my posts in front of my friends. So what you need to do, and especially if you are a new agent, and maybe you haven't made your announcement yet, or maybe you are actually practicing real estate now, but you haven't made a big announcement, what you want to do is to start being active on Facebook. Now, whether you like it or not, Facebook is here to stay for quite some time, and it is where people are. I saw on a webinar earlier last week that she had a question of how many feet did people scroll on their phone average each day. And I chose the higher number because I just knew it had to be big, and I was actually right. It was 1,080 feet, over 3 football fields of scrolling on your phone average a day. That's crazy. So this is where people are at. And if you want to get customers, you need to be where your customers are at. So they're on Facebook. So, but just being there isn't good enough. You need to be active on Facebook so that your content is being shown, your posts are being shown to more of your friends. And the way that you can start doing that is you can be very systematic about it, especially if your time is limited. Pick 10 or 20 people who you really want to make sure that you are connecting with and that they are close to you, and you want to make sure they're seeing your stuff. And pick that 10 or 20 people and genuinely start going to their pages and liking their pictures, liking their memes that they're sharing, their recipes, commenting on things. Genuinely be interested. This is a people business. You have to be genuine. You cannot be fake about it. And it cannot be like all of a sudden 100 people, you're all of a sudden just commenting. It's got to be a somewhat natural process, and it's got to just become part of your day. But go in and start commenting and liking and sharing other people's posts. Facebook likes when you share, but they like it more, even more so when people comment. So a commented post is more likely to show. So, and once you start interacting with people and liking people's posts and sharing people's stuff and commenting on it, then Facebook's going to say, oh, Bernice is, she's a very engaging person, and she's definitely friends and connecting with these people. So I'm going to start showing her post to those people. Believe it or not, it's that intricate. Facebook is thinking that, or their algorithm is working that way. So if you want to make sure that your posts, which we're going to talk about that in a minute, if you want to make sure your posts are being seen by more people, you have to be on Facebook. You have to be posting, but you also have to be engaging. So I want you to, first of all, if you've not been a regular poster on Facebook, you need to start posting. You need to start sharing, find inspirational memes or pictures, animal videos. Oh my God, animal videos just share so easily and they get attention. So, and then recipes. Recipes are huge, and food pictures and things like that. People love that kind of stuff. And so if you start sharing those type of things, and then people are going to start interacting more with you. And it's just, you want to get into that rhythm and that routine, because you want to be visible before you start sharing, as you start sharing real estate posts. Now, on your personal page, as you start getting more visibility, you still can't start blasting real estate. You need to start slowly weaving it in. And the goal is to have 90% personal and 10% real estate. And so you need to make sure you're posting personal stuff so that you can weave in some real estate things as well. And especially if you're new at the beginning, don't, for Pete's sake, don't start blasting listings on your personal page. That is not something that you want to do right away. As your friends and family and so forth become familiar with you being a realtor, then it may be okay for you to post a listing every now and again, but that's not what this is for. This is for showing that you are a real estate expert. This is for showing that you know what's going on in the market, that you understand. So some of the things you want to think about sharing at first, and you can go, you know, if you go to realtor.com, if you go to DIY network website, if you go to Better Homes and Gardens, HGTV, any of those, they have posts that have to do with, you know, the top 6 updates for your bathroom, or what are the best renovations you can do to increase the value of your home, and those type of helpful posts. And another thing that's really helpful and can tie to real estate is things about organization. People love stuff about organization, how to fit more, how to, you know, better organize a small space, and organizing kids' toys, and all of those kind of things are very, very popular. So if you start sharing those types of posts with your own, with some commentary at the top, don't just share a link, share some commentary at the top. And but again, you're not saying, check this out, call me, I'm a realtor. This is helpful information. What do you think about this? If you were going to remodel your bathroom, what would you do? It has to be in that, mode. And as you begin to do that, more people will see more and more of your posts. They will engage and interact. They'll do it naturally, but if you have a close group of family or friends who are really cheering you on, ask them to monitor your page and help you out by sharing or commenting or liking, and just kind of give you a boost here at the beginning to help your visibility even more. And by sharing it with their networks, then it expands you as well. So as you build this visibility, it becomes more feasible for you to share some other real estate information. Share a big announcement. Hey, I'm, you know, stepping out into a new career, licensed as a real estate agent. I would love to answer any questions that you have about the market. And you know, the afterthought, the second part of that is, and if you happen to be selling or buying soon, I would love to discuss with you. But offering information, offering help, offering the opportunity to answer questions, that's where you really want to come from this at. So by doing that in that way, you'll get the most visibility and did a post and said, hey, I'm selling real estate. And if you haven't been posting regularly, not very many people are going to see it. And if you've not been interacting, people are not going to see it. And that can be very frustrating, because you're like, I've got 350 friends. Why is nobody saying anything? Well, that's because you haven't been posting, you haven't been engaging. So Facebook decided you weren't important enough to show it to anybody, which really stinks, but that's really what it is. And so you have to be engaging. You have to be out there. And what I recommend that you do, you are likely very busy. I hope you're very busy. If you're not busy with clients, I hope you're busy doing prospecting and doing and reaching out individually to your sphere of influence. But I recommend that you systematically do this, and you set aside 15 minutes in the morning for liking, commenting, and sharing, and then 15 minutes at lunch, and then 15 minutes in the evening. And I know one thing that I do, if I'm scrolling during the day and I see a post to a link, you know, something on Better Homes and Gardens or whatever, I save that post so that later I can go back when I'm ready to actually put down, maybe share something. I can look at it and share it and make any commentary that I want on it. So you can save posts like that you want to be able to share later. And so that could even be part of your time, is just, maybe you're sitting at the kids' carpool or whatever, and you're just kind of scrolling, save that, save that, save that. Use whatever time you can to start building up that repertoire of things that you want to share, because that's going to be important, and having those correct things to share. Also, just go to Google and search images, and search real estate, search Happy Friday and thank God it's Friday or whatever, and start sharing, different things like that, and make sure that those are things that, those types of things, people love it. And just whatever your friend base is, whether you are a millennial, whether you are beyond a millennial or baby boomer-ish, share things that are pertinent to your sphere. And if most of your friends are other, working moms, then share things that are pertinent. So it's just important that you become that friendly, engaging person who happens to be a real estate agent. And by doing that, they're going to connect with you and interact with you. And now, as you go, you want to say every now and again, hey, I just got this great little house on Main Street, or if you're having an open house, but not every Saturday and Sunday, every weekend. You don't want to do that. But you can start sharing those things as people are seeing you, and they know that that's not the only thing that they're ever going to hear come from you is real estate. They want to know that you're a person. So be sure to share those type of things on your personal page. Now, I'm going to talk for a minute about visibility on your business page. And this is not going to make anybody happy, because Facebook really, you have to have a business page to run ads. And you need a business page for credibility. When people come, nowadays, when people want to research a business, they go look at their Facebook page almost before they go look at their website. So you need to have a business page for credibility's sake, and you need to be posting on it on a fairly regular basis. Even if it's, maybe twice a day, 3 times a day. And again, that stuff is definitely more real estate related. And this ratio needs to be 90% business, 10% personal. So it's okay for you to be sharing lots of real estate stuff on this page, sharing your new inventory, sharing a cute house that you just came across as not your listing, but you think, hey, this is a really cool house. This was going to move fast. Your open houses, anything of that sort. Also keep sharing that helpful personal, those helpful posts, from homes and pictures of which would you love, and that sort of thing. That's all good too. And but just know that don't worry, don't stress too much about getting a lot of likes. Don't boost a post just to get likes. Likes are not, other than for credibility, likes are not going to get you traffic, because the other part of this is Facebook doesn't show your post to people who've liked your page. They don't. There used to be part of the algorithm where you could go and comment on other pages and you would see both. You could see people whose pages you had liked and so forth. That doesn't work anymore. I never see any of the businesses that I have liked unless it's an ad, because Facebook wants you and basically requires you to run ads for people to see your post, which is crazy, because even if they're their fans, Facebook wants you to run an ad for them to see your post. So it really sucks, but it is what it is. It is what we've been given. So the best thing that you can do is, as you have built your personal interaction and so forth, do share your business page on that page. Don't do it very often. You can do it maybe once a month. Share it over there and ask for people to like it. But again, it's not a race on your business page. The number of likes you have is not necessarily going to equal to the amount of business you're going to be getting, because it really doesn't matter. It's just people are going to go look at your credibility. And while it would be good to eventually have at least 100 likes, just so you don't look like you haven't been doing much. But once you've got that, just post like twice a day and post helpful information, post your real estate information. Do share stuff about you every now and again. You know, if this summer, if you had the grandkids to the lake, or if you did a 5K, your office did a 5K, you definitely want to share that kind of stuff. You also want to share, especially if you are serving a specific area, you do want to keep a watch on activities that are going in those areas, events, festivals that are coming up, things like that. You want to share that. Any articles that are out on another site, on a newspaper site or whatever, you want to share that as well. I wish I could remember who she was, because I thought this was a great thing. She lives in an area that's a fairly small community, and it's a mountain, like a mountain resort type community. And every Thursday, she puts together like a calendar of activities for the weekend, and she puts down which restaurants in the area that are going to be having live music that night, which festivals are going to be open, you know, certain things that might be going on. And literally, this is something that she does every week, and people know that it's going to be on her Facebook page. And then she also even provides it to local hotels and inn owners and things like the Airbnb owners and everything, so that they can put it into their you know, their rentals. So I thought that was a great tool. That it's not necessarily getting her clients. Sorry if my video is being really jerky, I do apologize. It's not necessarily that it's bringing her clients right this minute, but people are going to her page on a regular basis to get this. And so it's expanding her exposure, and it's helping her to be known by the people in her community. So I thought that was a great thing. So keep in mind some ways that you can really serve your potential customers on your Facebook page. And then in the future, you can consider doing paid ads. And boosting a post is usually not a best way to do something. However, if it is a post that is getting engagement, boosting it is a good way to build that. Now, if you just build a post and there's no engagement whatsoever and you do boost, it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. If you have organic traffic to it already and you boost it, it's just exponentially, it will really, really take off. So just keep that in mind. Don't be too quick to boost. Learn Business Facebook Manager. That's just a thing for down the road. So spend time on Facebook, whether you like it or not, and spend that time each day looking. And you know, the other thing you want to consider doing too is looking at who is getting married and who is having a baby, and make sure you're sending your happy birthday messages. And just, it's got to be authentic. You've got to do it from your heart. But Facebook gives you a method to go about doing it. So take advantage of that, because that will help you to expand that influence you have on your sphere even more so. So I hope this has been helpful. If there are any questions I can answer, if you want to type them in, and I will see if I can get to that. And I know that'll take a second. So let me just say, if you are looking for a way to create pictures, cute little things to, let me see if I can get to where the comments are. If you're looking for some way to create stuff and you're not sure how to go about doing that, Canva.com is a great place to do it. It's a free site. Canva, C-A-N-V, as in Victor, A.com. You can choose a background, you can choose a photo, you can create your, do your own quotes, and it's a great little tool. If you do things like that, make sure you put your realtor name or your website or something like that on the bottom, so that if it gets shared, then it has your information on it. Let me just say real quickly too about your business page. If you have not created one yet, or you're looking at doing so, or you're wondering if you've done the right thing with it, there are differing opinions on this. if you are really building on your personal reputation and you want to expand upon that, then you can have your business page be Tracy Brown Realtor, you know, whatever, at Tracy Brown Realtor on Facebook. And that's good. And you can share things that are about you too. And you can have your picture in the profile picture. But if you are wanting to have a Facebook page that is going to come up in searches, name it more so something like the area you're serving. So I'm in the outside of the Metro Atlanta area, and there's an area inside the perimeter that is very popular and growing, and it's called East Atlanta. So, you know, if I were to be wanting to target that area, I could do at East Atlanta Homes. That way, when people are actually searching on Facebook or even searching on Google, that Facebook page will come up or could come up. So keep that in mind too. You know, if you have a specific community that you're serving, then you may want to have that name in your Facebook name so that it does come up that way. So just consider that, which way you're going, how you want to name that. And Facebook will allow you to name, change your name on your pages. Oh, I finally got to the comments. I couldn't get them to come up. Facebook will allow you to change your page name like one time. They don't like to do it a lot, but you can go into your about information and edit page settings, and you can change the name. So consider that if that's something that you want to do, but think it through. Think it through, and if you happen to have your own website, think about the URL in correspondence with your Facebook page. So that's a whole nother big subject, but you want it to flow, you want it to come together. So if you do have a URL that is specific, or if you're looking for a URL that is specific, then consider the Facebook page and the URL for your page to be from that area, or to be your name, however you decide to do it. Just think it through, because branding is super, super important. Carol did happen to mention over here, Pinterest is great for graphics and memes. Absolutely, you can find stuff there. I stay away from Pinterest lately because last year when I bought my house, I decorated everything and I had all these boards on Pinterest, and I would spend hours just scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and saving stuff. So Pinterest just gets me in trouble, but it is a good place. It is a good tool to go and look for stuff, and you can put in a search and find those things and save those images and use them for sure. So I hope this has been helpful to everyone tonight. I do want to just throw in,